Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
Life-threatening driving conditions. That's what officials are saying as flakes are flying throughout much of the valley, and it's likely going to be blowing around for a while in many areas.
We got a break over the past few days with warmer than average temps, but the snow has returned and the bitter cold isn't far behind.
And within the last few minutes, the North Dakota DOT closed I-29 between Fargo and Grand Forks as driving conditions have deteriorated. Northeastern North Dakota is under a no travel advisory. NDOT has issued a travel advisory for parts of northeastern North Dakota due to the blowing and drifting snow. There are areas with red and white checkered lines. That includes Candu, Rugby, Carrington, Devils Lake, Grafton, Grand Forks, and Hillsboro. Now, people in these areas should not be out on the road unless it is absolutely necessary. The rest of the state remains under a travel alert.
Switching over to Minnesota, there are also no travel advisories for the following counties in the northwestern part of the state due to dangerous driving conditions: Kittson, Marshall, Norman, Pennington, Polk, and Red Lake. High winds and blowing snow are causing whiteout conditions, and snowplows have been pulled off their routes. 30 to 40 mile-per-hour winds are forecasted through the morning, and visibility is not anticipated to improve until the winds decrease.
So what should we expect when we wake up and go to work or school? Let's get you informed right away with Hutch Johnson on the forecast. Hutch?
Well, we definitely have a new fresh layer of snow that is working its way in, but as we go through the overnight, we are expecting it to accumulate quite greatly, mainly Fargo and points north. Now, as you see the deeper blue bands, that's where the heavier snow bands are. Ellendale, there's one. The Southern Valley just south of Fargo, and one through the Central Valley, through Polk County, and right up through Pennington County. That band accumulating quite rapidly there. We could see some loftier snow totals from northern and western Cass County through the Hillsboro area towards Crookston, Fosston, and Red Lake Falls. Snow will continue for the next several hours. We have that blizzard warning in effect for the Northern Valley winter storm warnings in red from Langdon and Devils Lake through Jamestown, Carrington, Lisbon, and Wahpeton, Breckenridge. Here is a look at what the driving conditions are on Highway 66 north of Grand Forks. This is at Drayton. Folks, if you do not have to go anywhere tonight or very early in the morning hours, it's a good idea to just stay put. This is Binford. Again, zero visibilities in numerous locations. Heading through the overnight, the snow will lift north and east pretty quickly, but the areas with the most prolonged snowfall will be the Northern Valley into northwest Minnesota, and that's where we'll find the loftiest snow totals. Isolated 8-inch amounts, widespread 4 to 6 inch amounts in northwest Minnesota and portions of northeast North Dakota. For Fargo, I think 1 to 3 is a solid bet, as we'll see snow here for the next few hours. But by and large, the brunt of this system will impact the Northern Valley. More on this in a few minutes, and we'll have an outlook at that cold blast that's heading our way in just a little bit.
And Hutch, as you can see on the bottom of our screen, we have some school closures that are delays that we're getting in. One of the latest to receive was Moorhead High School, Moorhead School District. They are going to be 2 hours late, so you can keep informed at the bottom of the screen or on our website at valleynewslive.com.
It's a good idea.
And make sure you have your Valley News Live Storm Team weather app so you can keep up with the weather anytime, anywhere. You'll get the latest forecasts and conditions so you can plan your day. Just search VNL Weather in the App Store and download it for free. The cold snow and wind not only makes things harder for drivers to keep an eye on other cars, it also is more difficult to see your kids as they go to the bus stop in the morning.
Valley News Team's Ashley Holcomb is braving the weather right now and has more on what you can do to make sure your kids are safe. Ashley?
When your kids are walking to the bus stop, it's still going to be pretty dark out like it is right now early in the morning. So parents not only have to worry about the weather, but also whether cars are able to see their kids when they're walking to the bus stop and while they're waiting for the bus to come. With the shorter winter days, the sun comes up later, but sets sooner. So while your children are going to and coming from school, they're encountering darker bus stop commutes. This can be dangerous for not only drivers on the road, but those children getting on and off the bus. According to SafetyReflectors.com, a child walking during darkness wearing dark colors is first seen approximately 55 feet away. That means the driver has less than a second to react. So how can you make sure drivers see your children? By wearing reflective gear.
Do your kids have any reflective type gear that they're able to wear when they're walking? They do, actually.
The Federal Highway Administration says the risk of being hit by a motorist in the dark is 8 times lower when wearing a safety reflector.
It narrows down an excuse. They didn't see him.
Experts say that when you're walking your kids to the bus stop, you should try to go ahead and walk with them when the weather's pretty bad. But as you can see here, with this reflective vest on, it is easier to see me. So in Fargo, Ashley Holcomb, Valley News Live.
Okay, thank you, Ashley. And be sure to download the Valley News Live news app. You'll get breaking news alerts, school closings, the latest weather and headlines during this latest storm, all for free. Just search VNL News in the App Store or Google Play Marketplace.
We continue to follow a developing story out of North Fargo. Students gathering tonight at the NDSU campus after a student was found dead earlier. The student was found in a private room at the Matthew Living Learning Center West, that's residence for upperclassmen on campus. An email sent out to student residents tonight says counseling is being offered. Officials are investigating, but they do say there is no indication of foul play and no threat to public safety. This is the second death on NDSU's campus this school year after a 17-year-old not attending the university was found dead on the campus back in September of last year.
Just within the last hour, there's word that police have been looking into a possible threat involving Moorhead High School. We just got off the phone with one of the investigators who tells us that parents and students can rest easy. They say it does not pertain to here. Here's what we are talking about. Someone placed this on Snapchat. It talks about the threat of a shooting at MHS. Authorities say it's from a high school in Virginia that has the same initials as Moorhead High School.
Police in Moorhead have confiscated the cell phone of a driver involved in a Moorhead crash that killed a 2-year-old boy. Court documents from last year indicate that 42-year-old Jeremy Sagvold of Sabin was found guilty of a traffic violation for following too close. And a Minnesota court report says he was convicted of DWI back in 2006. Moorhead investigators confirm that speed is something they're looking at as a factor in Saturday's crash, adding that Sagvold was not impaired at the time. They're going to be checking out the phone to determine if he was using it at the time of the crash. That crash claimed the life of 2-year-old Zayden Engen-Ness of Breckenridge, Minnesota. Authorities say he was in a car seat at the time. A scene reconstruction is being done by investigators. That could take up to 6 months.
An investigation you'll only see on Valley News Live reveals more trouble for the Pembina County Sheriff's Department. An anonymous whistleblower gave us a tip that a Pembina Sheriff's deputy roughed up a woman at Sammy's Bar in Cavalier, North Dakota. The Sheriff's Department has confirmed Dustin Wadholm was suspended without pay for 3 days for an altercation at the bar. The Sheriff's Department says the investigation was complete, but Cavalier police say the investigation is still ongoing and more criminal charges could be coming. The city attorney said he expects a decision to be made by the end of the week. This is the second time a Pembina County deputy has faced discipline in 3 months. And remember, you can contact our whistleblower hotline at 237-6576 if you need help with a serious issue in your community.
If you're thinking of starting a new weight loss program, you'll want to make sure your body can keep up. The one stop you'll want to make first later on Valley News Live at 10.
But first, if you're trying to spend less this year, you could start with cutting your energy bill. The money-saving changes you can do right now.